Okay, hello there. I'm gonna make a video it's just like the one, it's another one of those comparing events in my life to events in PinePowerLI, John Michno's life. The first one was about my ear piercing obsession, and then his pine barrens, how it's very similar. The next one is gonna be his obsession, no, not obsession, his hatred towards illegal immigrants, and mine towards dogs. Now they're similar. Not gonna make it a hate-filled rant like last time. I had to remove it after I got 3 views. But come on, why do so many people like dogs? PinePowerLI had the experience with illegal immigrants in Westbury back in the new year of 2006. Like when we transitioned from 2005 to 2006. That experience, where these ones that happened to be criminals started a very bloody fight in the apartment next to where he lived in Westbury. Thankfully he moved out of there, but he was still in Westbury after that. And that's why he's like, thank goodness I'm out of Westbury. And because of my experience with dogs, I understand why he would hate illegal immigrants, but I don't agree with him. And that's why people call him a racist, because of the way he used to act and make videos about them. But he no longer is like that. He just wants people to have checks before going into the country, so that they're not criminals. And he's okay with people who are not criminals coming in, but criminals not so much. And how does this relate to dogs? Dogs are completely different. They're a pet animal. Well, I've been afraid of dogs during my early childhood, and then after that, I didn't hate them so much when I was an early child. I just was afraid of them. But now as I'm not afraid of them anymore, I started to just come and hate them, because they're the ones by my house, or my mom's house, or my mom's house. The ones by there are just like loud. They always make noise. They're loud. And before that dog had a fence installed, it attacked one of the neighborhood cats, and I was like, don't you do that again. Cats are so... You can't attack a cat. Cats are so sweet. You dogs are just nasty. Yeah, dogs are just nasty beings that get excited too much. When they get excited, they get violent. When they see another dog or sometimes even a human, a new human, they get excited, and then they get jumpy, they get violent. That's why I hate dogs. Not gonna make this into a hateful rant like last time when I was still living at my mom's house. But dogs were the reason why I started moving into an apartment, living independently, because of those dogs. And partly it was also so I can have an independent experience, but it was mostly the dogs. Dogs are just nasty. Cats, on the other hand, are nice. And it got harder and harder to put up with those dogs after my cat passed away last July. And I do miss my cat. She's now buried on property. And I just miss her. She was like the dream animal of my life. I really loved her. The dogs, on the other hand, are just hate. And here's another instance of dogs being dangerous. My aunt, on Thanksgiving, my cognitively disabled aunt that runs my family, got mauled by my other aunt's, her older sister's dog. This dog is huge. It weighed more than me. Weighed more than a lot of my family members. And so big, and it attacked my aunt, and it's just like she got sent to the hospital on Thanksgiving. And then after that, that aunt who was the owner of the dog was like crying about like, how could this do this? And I was like telling her, well, he's a dog, and that's what dogs do. They attack, they get violent. And that's true with dogs, is that they get violent, they attack. Thank goodness most of them are on leashes, though, in parks, and that's the reason why is because if they're off leashes, they're going to start going on a rampage and attacking people, and also, like, bickering with other dogs. So when they see another dog, they go rampant. And loud noises that the dog makes, the two dogs make around my mother's house, the two that sandwich the house on different properties, sandwiching my mom's property. Those dogs are just extremely loud. They bother me. They bothered me and my mom to the not my mom as much as me, but they bothered me to the extent that I made a hateful rant about them last fall. I had to take it down after 3 views got into that video in the first 10 minutes. That's the thing, like comparing my dogs to PinePowerLI's illegal immigrants, is that we hate them just the same and are against them. Like, he's against illegal immigration, I'm against people being allowed to have dogs as pets. And people say service animals. Well, just get a service cat. An animal that will be much sweeter, be caring, and will not attack others, breaking the oath of being a service animal. The train. No. And there are 3 service dogs in my father's apartment. My father lives away from my mom. They got divorced. Like right after I was born. But my father's building has a rule against having dogs, but dogs are allowed in it because they're service animals. I'm against that. They should only allow service cats, because they allow cats in that building. Now, my new apartment building doesn't allow any pets at all, but someday I'm going to need an emotional support cat. That's going to be hard. So that's why, with my computer company and my business I'm earning money off of, I plan on getting a second apartment in Queens. In Queens. One that's a luxury apartment and allows cats in it. A second apartment. This way I can have access to New York City pools in the summer. So having a luxury place in Kew Gardens or Jamaica would be nice. Problem with Jamaica, the only problem with Jamaica though, is no parks nearby. Everything else about Jamaica is excellent. That's gonna be it. Bye, and I hate you dogs.